to make the U-turn. I saw the lady. She was turning, and I'm just going to turn behind her. She gets halfway and then stops. So I have to stop. And then here you come. So, and then it happened.
How about your car? Has it been fixed?
No, I'm getting my car fixed in the summer.
Okay.
I'm going to get my credit card, because my car is just that side panel. Besides that,
it's good.
It's good. I'm going to get my credit cards paid off.
Yeah.
And my mechanic will do it for $750.
Well, I'll tell you this, Diallo. So the channel has 27 subs right now. If it ever makes it into something, we're getting you a new car, okay? If it ever goes anywhere at all.
Can I just hold it?
You can, yeah, you can.
I've watched people do these before, and I like the ones better.
Okay, so yeah, the camera is going. So let me explain to you. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So let me explain to you. You're sure you don't want glasses?
I'm good.
Okay. So basically,
glasses give me a headache.
I thought when I met you, okay, he's either gonna just block me and disappear, or he's gonna follow through and complete the deal that we, because it was like a napkin and paper deal that we made. So, but you really shocked.
No, I don't. I've been in Portland my whole life. I'm from California. I was born in California. My mom's side was here. My dad's side in California. So it's just not the same. Like when I was growing up, it was more of what you talked about. Kids on their bikes. Like I was everywhere in the city on my bike. You know what I mean? Or on foot. Like, but now
people living, right?
Yes. Yes. So not so much today.
So now I'm going to ask you for the first time, how did you and I meet? From your perspective.
Well, usually I come home for my break, park in front of my house, and I do the U-turn, turning around. The crazy thing is I kind of knew in the back of my mind, like I visualized like this happening. And so the crazy thing is that I kind of knew. So, but yeah, I was turning to make the U-turn. I saw the lady. She was turning, and I'm just going to turn behind her. She gets halfway and then stops. So I have to stop. And then here you come. So, and then it happened. And then it was, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then I thought, this does happen on the one day, because I always have my bag with me.
And it was towards the end of the day, like on a Tuesday.
Yes. Yeah. And so I didn't have my bag with me, so I didn't have my ID with me. I didn't have any. Yeah, it was crazy. So
yes. So from my perspective, I thought this random person made a U-turn and they just didn't see me. So I was like, damn, I have to T-bone them now. I tried slamming on the brakes, but it was just not enough time.
Yeah.
And I was heading to the post office to mail some gifts. One of them was for my little sister. So she ended up getting it later in the month, because when that happened, I basically forgot about the post office for a long time. But
wondering if I was going to follow through, like what's going to happen here.
Yeah. So you and I make eye contact, and I'm like, we ask each other, "Are you okay?" Right?
Yep.
What then?
And my first thought is, I'm looking at the car that made me stop, because she stopped down the street talking about, "Are you okay?" And I'm thinking, yeah, if you would have kept going, none of us would have been here. Like, why would you stop in the middle? But yeah. So, and then I had you brought me. I know you were kind of like, what the fuck? He wants to get in my car. He wants me to take him to his job.
I thought it was sketchy. I'll be honest. But there was something about you that made you seem trustworthy. For example, you parked your car. You even gave me your back. Usually, if you're kind of a threatening person or like sketchy,
right,
you don't want to give people your back, especially strangers. You know, that we just, maybe I'm mad at you or something.
Right.
But I remember you gave me your back for a second, and I thought, oh, maybe he seems trustworthy. And then you pointed at the building, and I'm familiar with it because I live across the street. You pointed at the building and you said, well, we can just go to my work, and I have my wallet there. And I thought, okay, he works right there, so it's really fine. And that's how we got in the car.
Yep. So, and then from there, I went in and I kind of told everybody what happened, and they were like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, my bank account's not okay, but I hopefully will be okay." Yeah. And then it's the second part that I have to deal with, that I didn't have insurance. Like,
but you told me you did initially.
Yes. Like the whole panic. set in. So my thought process is I didn't have my wallet. You can't hear I don't have insurance and I want to ride to get to what? Like where are you going?
I thought this guy has nothing to lose right now.
So yeah, and then we got it figured out. It was a long month.
Yeah, I know it wasn't pocket change. So the deal we made that would be that you would pay the deductible,
Right.
and then like a symbolic 500.
Yeah.
A high deductible. My deductible could have been 500, but I wanted to save money. So if you increase the deductible, your premium is less. But then that happens. So I'm like, fuck.
Right.
But okay, yeah, I really liked that you followed through. I feel like very few people would have done that. And I thought, even if after the agreement we made, if he blocks me and he just disappears, I feel like he would have to quit his job and like do all these things. And
Yep. I have, from the worst people that you see over here, I've been there. I was in addiction for 20 years.
Yeah.
So, and not to say that I lived like they do, but that hopeless feeling of nothing. So yeah, today, and when you're going through addiction and you're going through all those things, you always pray, God, give me a better life. God, give me this. I can say that the life that I have today is the life that I prayed for all those years ago back there. So anything that comes with that, I can deal with.
What else do you want out of your life in the next, let's say, 6 to 12 months?
Well, my goal that I have set for myself in the next 9 months is to have my credit cards caught up. Like I'm behind on. I'm not behind, but I just need to make the payments on them.
Yeah.
So, but that means that it's going to be a lot of stuff that I normally do that I can't do. So, like my daughter's softball was $168 just to play softball. Like,
damn.
You know what I mean? Literally, like. So, like I said, I just don't think there's necessarily.
Is that for the pads, for the knee pads, and like?
That's to get on the team. I still have to buy the glove. I still have to buy the cleats just to get on the team.
So if you could choose, what programs from the school would you transfer funds from to give it to volleyball?
Softball.
To softball, sorry.
But she does play volleyball too. I don't know. My mom didn't have to pay for me to go. It was go play. At school. It was just get the doctor's thing, the physical, and you're good to go. You know what I mean?
Would you take it maybe away from soccer or golf?
And then, I don't know that I'd take it away from any sport.
It's hard because then they lose, right?
Yeah. Like I'm very competition based.
How about with taxes? Like, from what area of the city would you put it towards schools and then sports?
I'd take it first from that goddamn arts tax that I pay that I don't know what the heck I pay it for, and they send me the thing for it every year. So
they say it helps the art departments in high schools, but it's hard to see it. Yeah. Favorite foods? What?
I like Mexican food best. Mild though. I don't like hot, but mild.
So a little kick.
Little kick.
Yeah.
I don't like food that's so hot that's all you can deal with is the hotness in your mouth. Like, I don't like that.
How about Lakers? Are you a big fan of them?
Yes, I've been a Laker fan my whole life.
Okay.
And a 49er fan.
49ers and Lakers. Okay. On the Lakers, what do you think needs to happen for them to get back to how they were in the 90s?
They can't.
It's impossible?
It's impossible. So, first of all, you had early Kobe and early Shaq. You can't replace those two. Like, Kobe was an assassin.
Yeah.
Like, if you beat him, guarantee he's coming right. He's coming right back. So competitive, right? So you can't compete that. Can do that. But I think that we need to build a team around Luka, though.
Yeah.
LeBron, I think this should be his last year. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
He's been doing his thing. That's fine. But
doesn't he seem kind of stiff at this point?
Like at some point you got to call it quits, buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but they need to get some tall 3-point shooters and some rim runners
Yeah,
and
yeah.
somebody to handle the point.
Do you think the new generation of basketball players has different values than the old ones? Like, I feel like they have less flair now. You know, they're having less fun. It seems more hard
Money.
work and less.
It's money.
Yeah.
It's money today. Because back then you had to play before you got your money.
Yeah.
Now you get your money before you even step foot on the court.
Dude, all the
You know what I mean? It's a difference. So how long you been doing?
Since December.
Nice.
Like literally around the time when I met you.
Where are you from?
Originally from El Salvador, and I moved to the U.S. when I was 16. I have a degree in math, and I also studied philosophy on the side. So I don't know. I like to think about social problems. I like math also.
So
Like
in
chess.
that, how are you feeling about what's going on around the world right
Dude,
now?
there's so much chaos. What I would really put is I would encourage honestly feelings of brotherhood, because there's just too much individualism right now. And the great thing about the U.S. is that you know, it kind of rewards like the hard worker, and if you're greedy and if you really want it, you can. You know, in corporate America, you see it, people stepping on other people to get to where they want to. But I think we're just in the U.S. we're missing the human aspects. We're seeing people more of as a means to something instead of an end. Social problems like homelessness. The root would be mental health in households. You know, a lot of child neglect, and then from child neglect they end in gangs or the wrong friendships, and from there on it can go anywhere. You know. So, but the root, I think it's never really treated. As a society, we always put like band-aids on things. You know, we never like go for the root and like start extracting things.
Very true. And I think that's because I think that America is transactional.
Yeah.
They make money off of our problems. They get the programs, they get the grants.
Or like the cure,
right?
Cure for cancer or anything.
Yeah. So to me, I think that a lot of problems could be solved, but that would mean that they wouldn't get the money to try to solve the problem.
Yeah, and my wife, not to mention, I'm not going to say any names, but she tells me they call the patients customers. So no other place does that.
Yes. I don't know. I've been in Portland my whole life. I'm from California. I was born in California. My mom's side was here. My dad's side in California. So it's just not the same. Like when I was growing up, it was more of what you talked about. Kids on their bikes. Like I was everywhere in the city on my bike. You know what I mean? Or on foot. Like, but now
people living, right?
Yes. Yes. So not so much today.
So it's a retirement home. You know, in philosophy, we always talk about just the idea of death. How present is the concept of dying in your life because of your line of work?
Very present. And it goes through cycles. Like right now, there's a couple people that I could get a call anytime. They're gone. So, and then other times it's good. Most people are doing good. The biggest thing that we deal with over there is dementia, the forgetfulness, and and you don't have to go to school for something that you learn
through interaction.
Seeing it. You know what I mean? And so I've learned a lot about that. Like the stages, there's a lady over there that I've seen go through 3 different stages, getting from here to worse. To now it's just a loop from her. If she comes out of her room, she's just gonna loop around the home. So it's the addiction part I already know. I already knew that part going in, but it is very much a business. It is very much a business.
I read a little bit, and I know there was like a lot of his gardens, and they they have received some like violations, or like the place like Laurelhurst Acute and Rehab. You know, they got closed. But I know the gardens, they just have violations. They're still on, but this one was one of the best ones.
Yep.
Yeah. Like they have some very very minor things that they need to correct, like documenting. You know, sometimes.
We got 3.
Yeah. So what do you think they're doing? So why are they doing so well? What are they doing differently?
Well, this is the first one I've worked at, so I don't know the difference between that and that. But I know that because you're talking about the state audit. State comes in and they check everything from paperwork to how you do what you do. And I just know that it's kind of like it never changes. So you know what I mean, at the end of the day, what needs to be done.
Yeah.
So we kind of just stay within those parameters or within being able, because they never surprise you coming. They always let you know. You never know the day, but they'll tell you the week.
Okay, so you guys like clean up
we
on the
stay
weekend before?
Yes, so we stay within range of being able to just do a few things and it being done.
Yeah. How about, so I have a friend who does something similar, and he has some stories. I can tell you one maybe. So in his, there was a patient. You know, he had dementia, and the patient was like, "Hey, so out of nowhere, what are we gonna do about you hitting me in the balls?" And my friend is like, "What? That never happened." And you know, there's no arguing, right?
Yep.
So he was like, "Should we call the cops?" Because I feel he actually believed that it happened. Eventually, nothing really. He never called the cops, but that did happen to him. Anything crazy like that?
Well, we have a new lady over there, and I took her breakfast and everything was cool. She was sitting at the table. She took her breakfast, said thank you. So then I come back to get the tray. So I knock on the door. She says, "Come on in." So I go in. She's standing there with just a towel on. And she says to me, "I know that you know I'm beautiful. We'll deal with that later, sweetheart."
Wow.
Literally. So yeah, it's you got to kind of know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did you ever find out?
Yeah, she has dementia. Most people there. That's the root of most of their problems. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of them are early stage, like, and that's how I get to see the progression of the dementia. So yes, and it happens so quickly. Like
within months?
No, within like a day. Like you could see one going this way one day, and then you can come tomorrow and it be completely different. I forgot all of that stuff.
And there's
never a return. Yeah, it only gets worse.
So but a lot of it is just so genetic and out of our control. But one thing they say is they recommend keeping the mind sharp, kind of like with working out, like not letting the brain go stagnant. Well, anyone can get it, really.
Right? Yep. My cousin passed away from dementia.
Really?
Yep. Well, my cousin married. Her husband passed away, but I've known him. They were married for 20 years. So, yeah, it's sad. It's sad when somebody can't remember who you are. You know what I mean?
That's it's almost like losing them before, no?
Yep. And then it's constantly losing them because they're constantly forgetting stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a bad one.
I do appreciate how open you've been. Okay, so a couple of questions, and we'll finish. I really like what the house is, what the building where you work. I like what they do. In what ways do you think your line of work, working for a retirement home, in what ways do you think it has affected your life in a positive way?
Well, I think because I'm able to deal with people where they're at. You know what I mean? A lot of times when you meet people, you expect them to be where you're at, and sometimes they're just not, and that just messes things up.
Yeah.
So I think, and it also gave me patience, because God, do you need patience? You know what I mean? And that's just needed. And I have a kid, so I
Yeah.
need patience.
Yeah.
So,
How about your car? Has it been fixed?
no, I'm getting my car fixed in the summer.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my credit card, because my car is just that side panel. Besides that,
It's good.
it's good.
Nice.
So I'm gonna get my credit cards paid off.
Yeah.
And my mechanic will do it for $750.
Well, I'll tell you this, Diallo. So the channel has 27 subs right now. If it ever makes it into something, we're getting you a new car, okay? If it ever goes anywhere at all. But no, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
How you work there, I was like, oh, man, he must be a really good person. He was just, he made the wrong turn. Or the fucking lady.
Right. And I did 16 years of doing people wrong, of lying and cheating and stealing. You know what I mean? So, like, today I just don't do that.
Yeah.
I was having a pretty shitty day, too. It's kind of good now. It was a good interview. Kind of got me alive again.
There you go. So the thing is, I do think humans, dude, we're social animals,
Yeah.
Because you're a likable guy.
I hear that a lot.
Yeah. If we met without the crash, we would easily be friends right away.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. Yep.